Vizuri, this leader atakuwa kiongozi siku moja, atakalia kiti na atakalia kiti ya kitaifa, kwa sababu luka ya Kimani Ichung'wah ni luka ya Wakenya.
Huyo msaidizi wa rais ndio alianza kukoroga siasa yetu hapa, akianza kupanga mambo ya 2032. Anachukua watu, anaweka kwa ndege, anapeleka huko, anasema wewe ndio utakuwa rais, wewe ndio utakuwa deputy president, sijui wewe nini. Yeye ndiye ameharibu hii serikali yetu na kukoroga.
Yes, very many people don't know the role of FAROUK KIBET in the impeachment of GACHAGUA, but in the politics of Mountain Kenya. FAROUK KIBET is an AIDE to President William RUTO, who, by the way, does most of the dirty work of the presidents. Every president around the world has an AIDE who does something for him in very many jurisdiction. There is always that person who normally handles the dirty work for the president. When the impeachment motion came through, I felt bad because I supported William RUTO. And he needs to do his 10 years, because when he speaks, you see a wise leader. But now the things which are unfolding are starting to show him as a bad performer. Because the things he stood against are the same things which are being done by the regime. When William RUTO was a deputy president, junior leaders used to mock him, abuse him. And the same things is being meted on his deputy, and I think it is bad. One of the junior leaders who normally does RUTO's work is FAROUK KIBET. And on very many occasions, leaders have come out to talk about how he mistreats certain leaders without decorum. And I think it is bad. So in this episode, I've come out to tell you the work of FAROUK KIBET in all this, what it means for our politics, and most importantly, the study materials we can learn from the politics of our nation. But before I do this, I want to let you know that if you are new to this channel, please subscribe. If geopolitics and economics is what you want, this will be definitely the right channel for you to subscribe to. When the impeachment motion was going to be impeached, there was a lot of politics at play. It started by removing the Secretary General of the UDA. In fact, Cleophas Malala came out and to tell GACHAGUA that the impeachment motion was just on a pause, that anytime they are going to impeach him. Some people thought it was a joke until it has unfolded. The person who plays all these dirty tricks in Mountain Kenya is none other than FAROUK KIBET. In fact, there's an occasion where the deputy president had to go to Eldoret on a function to tell FAROUK KIBET off that he should leave the siasa of Mountain Kenya to Mountain Kenya.
So the problem, Senator Mandago, is a few leaders from this region who have proximity to the president ndio wanakoroga siasa huko kwetu, kudanganya watu waanze kupanga mambo ya 2032. Let me tell you, mimi naomba watu ya bonde la ufa, tafadhali, sisi tuliunga Rais William RUTO mkono kwa hiari yetu na kwa kupenda, na tunaendelea kumuunga mkono. Tunaomba heshima kidogo, msijaribu kutupangia siasa ya Mlima Kenya na kutupangia uongozi wa Mlima Kenya. Nyinyi mpange siasa yenu na uongozi wenu.
And this message was tailored to FAROUK KIBET. You remember GACHAGUA did this. Okay? So by GACHAGUA telling them that the politics of Mountain Kenya should be left to Mountain Kenya, he meant FAROUK KIBET, because FAROUK KIBET was used as a proxy in all those. First, the issue FAROUK KIBET was using is he would come out to promise some people in Mountain Kenya that they are going to be deputy president and president so that they can abandon GACHAGUA. And I think it worked, because most of the Mountain Kenya MPs signed for the impeachment motion to go through. Okay? Even when the impeachment motion was tabled, FAROUK KIBET came out to castigate the deputy president that is tribal. In fact, FAROUK KIBET said these statements.
sisi zote tuishi kama Wakenya. Kuna waenezaji wa mambo ambaye sio sawa, ambaye ni wa kabila. Tafadhali naomba nyinyi mkiwa Kenya tuishi kwa amani, tuishi kwa kupenda jamii wengine. Hata nimeona Mkristo mmoja ambaye ametuombea kutoka magharibi, na sisi wote tukiwa wa Kalenjin, sisi tunasema tuwe wa Kenya, tuache kuwa wa kabila. Kabila ni jambo mbaya. Unaweza kupenda jamii yako, lakini pia penda wa Kenya wengine. Lazima uwapende wa Kenya.
Since Rigathi Gachagua has been branded as tribal, and I think every leader in Kenya is tribal. They use their tribal bases to gain politics. That's why normally coalitions are with the tribes. Okay? The day Kenya we elect a minority like a Kisii, like a Mijikenda to be president, maybe we shall desist to talk these tribal talks, but every person in Kenya is tribal. So here, FAROUK KIBET was warning Gachagua not to be tribal. That was before the impeachment motion, because that has been used as a pretext to impeach the deputy president. So the idea of the president coming out to say this, it means that the president is speaking. When I saw Oscar Sudi coming out to talk about the impeachment motion of Gachagua, then I see FAROUK KIBET saying these statements. I knew that RUTO was behind, because FAROUK KIBET does most of the dirty works. Let's continue.
Kenya ndipo Kenya iweze kwenda mbele. Tusishindane sana juu ya jamii, tushindane na matatizo ambaye tuko naye katika Kenya. Tuko na mambo mengi, tuko na ukosefu ya masomo. Hiyo ndio mambo tunataka kushindana naye. Afya tushindane naye. Lakini kweli wewe ukijitokeza kushindana na maneno ya ukabila, ati wewe ni shujaa kwa ukabila, sisi nataka kuambia hiyo maneno haitajiki na haina maana. Wakenya wawe kitu kimoja mbele ya Mungu. Wewe chukua jukumu lako, upende Wakenya wengine wengi.
So that is FAROUK KIBET, the AIDE of the president. It cannot be taken lightly that the AIDE of the president is coming out to castigate the deputy president, because we all know who he was talking about. He was talking about the Gachagua. Okay, to tell you that FAROUK KIBET was organizing all this. In fact, my antennas tell me that even Kindiki was fronted to fight Gachagua, but the actual DP isn't going to be Kindiki. You may be surprised that it's going to be Kimani Ichungwa. And I can tell you through various videos, okay, it's going to be Kimani Ichungwa. That's the truth. To show that Kibet has been amidst all this to divide Mountain Kenya to get votes, because politics is at play. FAROUK KIBET, there is a time, not even FAROUK KIBET, Gachagua during his huyo msaidizi wa rais ndio alianza kukoroga siasa yetu hapa. Huyo msaidizi wa rais, some media stations, he came out to reveal that there is an aide of the president who's doing all this, who's fighting Gachagua, because Gachagua is not a simple pushover. Normally FAROUK KIBET has pushed very many people. He has blocked very many people to see the president, yet President William RUTO loves to seize people. There's some position you are in that you cannot fail to see anyone, because RUTO has the resources, RUTO has a budget by himself, he can see RUTO everyone. So FAROUK KIBET normally acts as a gate. Sometimes you have to bribe him, give him money to see RUTO. RUTO is being sold by FAROUK KIBET. Leaders and investors who want to see RUTO, they give money to FAROUK KIBET. Even Gachagua talked about this. In fact, Gachagua said these statements. Huyo msaidizi wa rais ndio alianza kukoroga siasa yetu hapa, akianza kupanga mambo ya 2032. Anachukua watu, anaweka kwa ndege, anapeleka huko, anasema wewe ndio utakuwa rais, wewe ndio utakuwa deputy president, sijui wewe nini. Yeye ndiye ameharibu hii serikali yetu na kukoroga na kuanza kupanga siasa ya 2032. Huyu msaidizi wa rais unamjua? Si unamjua? Unamjua? Kuna mtu amjui? Hakuna mtu amjui. The idea of the president is FAROUK KIBET. The deputy president came out to complain that he's playing politics. He's promising people to be president or deputy president. And when this comes out, it feels like as if RUTO is sanctioning it. FAROUK KIBET, when you want to see the president, you have to bribe him. He plays the dirty politics for William RUTO. That's why even amid his impeachment, William RUTO has not said any statement or tweet. You cannot tell me that they can be impeaching your deputy and don't come out to say anything. even by keeping quiet, you are as if you are in support. Let's continue.
Ndiye aliharibu. Anakuja anachukua vijana hapa anaweka kwa ndege na wasanya, endeni hapa Harambee, endeni hapa sijui fanya wewe utakuwa president, wewe ndio utakuwa running mate, wacha nikuweke kwa ndege ya rais, hii ndege itakuwa yako. Hiyo maneno yote kwa sababu hii maneno hii ya hii serikali tukiwachia watu haribu waingie katikati ya rais na mimi wataharibu. Na hii maneno imeanza hapo Rift Valley. Na ndio nilisema siku nilikuwa Eldoret na mjumbe mmoja akanitukana sana, nikasema pangeni siasa ya kwenu. Siasa ya bonde sisi hatuelewi, kwa sababu bonde ni huko chini na nyinyi mnajua vile huko chini iko. Nayo sisi ya mlima ya huko juu nayo huko ya mjui. Watu wapange siasa ya kwao, tukutane pale tushikane.
So that is the video as GACHAGUA was warning FAROUK KIBET. The thing you talked about that when you try to warn FAROUK KIBET, I played it for you. Because there is a day GACHAGUA went to Rift Valley and told them off that they should leave the politics of Mount Kenya to the people of Mountain Kenya. Because FAROUK KIBET was being used. So this impeachment came when I think 3 or 4 months back, when they were already preparing for it through FAROUK KIBET. Okay? Promising leaders that are going to be deputy presidents and blah, blah, blah. That's why most of the leaders in Mountain Kenya supported this, because some were promised to be deputy presidents and ministers. Okay? That is the truth.
Hatujui kesho yake itakuwa vipi.
So, FAROUK KIBET has been amidst all these things, trying to play politics. And in most of the cases, FAROUK KIBET plays in is one of the jurisdiction he does this is in Mountain Kenya and Rift Valley, because that's where they are in government. But I want to tell FAROUK KIBET that what you are doing has ever been done. In fact, people who love Ruto should tell him that such people, although they are overzealous, but they are a liability to your government. To show that FAROUK KIBET has ever promised leaders to be presidents, there is a day promised Kimani ICHUNGWA to be deputy president. It's the reason as to why I'm thinking that after GACHAGUA is successfully removed, not even Kindiki is going to be the deputy president. Kimani ICHUNGWA is going to be. Because FAROUK KIBET has ever said this, and a AIDE of the president coming out to make such statements, it cannot be taken lightly. FAROUK KIBET said these statements. I want you to hear very well.
Hatujui kesho yake itakuwa vipi. Lakini mimi nikitabiri vizuri, this leader atakuwa kiongozi siku moja, atakalia kiti na atakalia kiti ya kitaifa, kwa sababu luka ya Kimani ICHUNGWA ni luka ya Wakenya. Yeye akija kule kwetu tunampokea. Amekuja kunifanyia Harambee karibu 100. And I'm just saying it is true. Because hata ile kukimbia alikimbia kwetu, alikuja kukimbia na watu ambaye ni Wakalenjin wanajua kukimbia. Lakini alijitokeza,
he was promising Kimani ICHUNGWA to be a leader, deputy president. So GACHAGUA was right. Here Kimani KIBET was promising Kimani ICHUNGWA to be a running mate of RUTO. That's why I'm saying I may not be surprised if after GACHAGUA goes, Kimani ICHUNGWA comes in a deputy president. Let me first play with the video again for you to hear.
Atakalia kiti na atakalia kiti ya kitaifa. Hatujui kesho yake itakuwa vipi. Lakini mimi nikitabiri vizuri, this leader atakuwa kiongozi siku moja, atakalia kiti na atakalia kiti ya kitaifa, kwa sababu luka ya Kimani ICHUNGWA ni luka ya Wakenya. Yeye akija kule kwetu tunampokea. Amekuja kunifanyia Harambee karibu 100. And I'm just saying it is true. Because hata ile kukimbia alikimbia kwetu, alikuja kukimbia na watu
that if he helped him do fundraising. So for you to bribe your way to RUTO, you must help FAROUK KIBET through fundraising and Harambee. This is what GACHAGUA talked about, that they do Harambee for other people, so that FAROUK KIBET can help you become running mate and others. So FAROUK KIBET is the AIDE of the president. What he speaks sometimes exposes the presidency.
ni Wakalenjin wanajua kukimbia. Lakini alijitokeza akakimbia, lakini hakumaliza race. Lakini alikuwa kwa ile watu ambao walimaliza race, hata ingawaje alikuwa huko nyuma alikimbia. Huyo ni Mkenya, si Mkenya? Mnampenda Ichung'wa? Kwa hivyo ningependa kusikia.
That is FAROUK KIBET. So this cannot be taken lightly. FAROUK KIBET does his work. He's promising people to be next presidents. He's promising them to be deputy presidents. That's the reason I'm saying I may not be surprised that Kimani Ichung'wa is made the deputy president. To show that FAROUK KIBET has tightened the grip on the presidents. And by the way, that is bad because a president must have every person reach him. But if you tighten a grip on the president for some few people, you may not get the actual intelligence. It's the reason as why, even when the finance bill was opposed by people, maybe RUTO never got the actual intelligence. Because as a leader, if you surround yourself with people who tighten themselves on you by blocking others, you miss out on a lot of things. In all jurisdiction, the president is the consumer of intelligence. You cannot tell me that such a magnitude of protest against the finance bill comes out with the president not knowing. It's because of FAROUK KIBET tightening the grip on the presidents. To confirm these things, there is a day Sonko came out to blast FAROUK KIBET that he doesn't allow people to see the president. Yet to get information, you get most of the information not through the leaders, but from the interaction you do with even laymen, security guards and others. Sonko said this, I want you to hear.
Hata wakati wa uhuru kulikuwa na afadhali, tulikuwa tuna access State House, tunaingia ndani, tunapiga matoti, tunapiga mastori. But sasa watu waliingia kina FAROUK, utafikiri wao ndio wamechaguliwa kama rais. Matapeli ndio wamezungusha Rais Ruto. Na hawa ndio advisors, especially the economic advisors. Ndio walimislead rais kuleta hash taxes kwa wananchi.
So that is Sonko by the complaining. Because most of the intelligence cannot be gotten by those leaders surrounding you. They may be blocking others. If you are president, you must meet very many people. That's a confirmation. Let me first play Sonko's video complaining about Kibet again. Listen.
Hata wakati wa uhuru kulikuwa na afadhali, tulikuwa tuna access State House, tunaingia ndani, tunapiga matoti, tunapiga mastori. But sasa watu waliingia kina FAROUK, utafikiri wao ndio wamechaguliwa kama rais. Matapeli ndio wamezungusha Rais Ruto. Na hawa ndio advisors, especially the economic advisors. Ndio walimislead rais kuleta hash taxes kwa wananchi.
So that is FAROUK being complained about. So RUTO has a liability of FAROUK KIBET. Even in barazas where people speak, FAROUK KIBET controls who's going to speak. Okay, it's not bad. In every sermon there is a control. But FAROUK KIBET, for you to speak, you must bribe him through fundraisers or also giving him money. And that is catastrophic. Because the government of William Ruto was seen as a paradigm shift from these bad things they are now doing. So for me, I think FAROUK KIBET is a liability to President William Ruto. If you love President William Ruto, FAROUK KIBET is a liability to him. Of course, that's my opinion. Do me your comments by commenting about this. Thank you very much for listening in. If this is your first time on this YouTube channel, I implore you to subscribe, like, and comment so that I can be motivated to do more of such videos. I'll see you on another one. Peace.